All right, boys, I'm back. This is probably the most videos I've made before the season started in a long time. All right, so Commissioner Stressing wants to make sure everybody knows what's going on before draft weekend. All right, we're about 4 weeks out, coming out 4.5 weeks out, so it is coming up quick. It is. It's going to be here before we know it. In this video, I'm going to discuss some keeper stuff, insurance stuff. Draft day trading. Okay, gonna throw that back out there, give you some information on that, and just kind of go over. I got a tutorial video. Figured out how to do the whole screen thing, and it's cool. I'm gonna throw that in there, so you'll be able to see how to go to the computer, type your stuff in, all that good stuff. Just kind of touch base on the auctioneer rulings again, just to make sure everybody is on the same page. Last thing I want is somebody to get there and be overwhelmed. So I think I've said that before. But anyway, this is another informative video. Try to keep it as short as I can. I know you guys are tired of fucking looking at me. So just make sure you understand, why I'm doing it. So just here we are. Information video 2.0. A lot of stuff thrown at you, but I'll try to keep it short. All right, boys. Talking keepers. Okay, we just got done with our keeper selections. Thank you, everybody, for finally getting them in the damn app, website, whatever. First year ever that we've done that. So insane. First year ever. So out of 3 years. But thank you for doing that, and that takes a lot off my plate. So I appreciate it. Keeper stuff going forward. All right, out with the old, in with the new. Keeper stuff from here out. All right, we're gonna keep 3-year contracts. So I like the turnover. Obviously, you're seeing the benefits of it now with Julio, Odell, Mike Evans, Lev Bell, some real studs, Gronk, some real studs going back into the mix, into the draft pool because of the 3-year contract running out. All right, so I like the turnover. Not one person can keep a player for the entirety of their career, and that's a great thing. All right, you don't want to see that, and I think that creates a big separation, a big gap between owners. So I don't want that. I want everybody to feel like every time they come into a draft or every time they come into a season, they've got a chance, and that's important to me. So 3-year contracts for every player kept from here out. All right, from here out. If you keep a guy next year, all right, you get to keep 2 guys. Done deal. That's all you get. You get 2 guys, okay? The guys you keep will go up $5 from what they go for this year. All right? So even if you keep a guy, you got a guy on your team right now. I got Zach Ertz on my team. He's $2. All right? Next year, okay, for the second contract year, I will have to pay $5 more. So 2 to 7. Next year, I will have to pay $7 in order to keep Zach Ertz. All right. And that same goes for every player. They go up $5 for every year they're kept from the value that they go for in the draft. All right. Make sure you understand that. So add $5 to every player that you draft this year, and that's what their keeper price will be next year. Free agent and waiver pickups will be $5. All right, that first year they're kept will be $5. The reason behind that is because every drafted player will be at least $1. Add 5 to that, that's 6. Okay, so the drafted players will go for no less than $1 more than a free agent guy. Okay. And let's be honest, the only reason you're keeping a free agent or a waiver pickup guy is because he is a stud, because he has absolutely gone off probably the second half of the season. You picked him up. You want him, which is great, but you picked him up halfway through the season. He went off. He's looking to be the starting running back, starting wide receiver, starting quarterback next year. Okay, so I'm going to start him out at $5. Now, every year after that, he will go up 5. Start out at 5, next year 10, next year 15, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So $5 increments every year a guy is kept from here out. Talking about rookies. We just had a rookie draft a couple months ago. I thought it went great. I thought everybody was excited about it. Those guys are on your team right now. Okay? They are already on your team. If you looked at the draft board, I sent it out to everybody in the group me. The draft board is up, and your rookie is on your team for this year. Now, if you want to keep that rookie next year, you're going to have to go off ESPN auction value, and you'll see it on the cheat sheet. ESPN auction value for the following year. So 2019 rolls around, and I got Kerryon Johnson. I don't know what his price is off the top of my head. I'll have to go look it up. I'm pretty sure it's only $2 or $3. All right. So if I get Kerryon Johnson next year, if I want to keep him, he's going to have to go up $5. Does everybody understand that? Hopefully. All right. I'm asking questions to myself right now. But your rookie, Kerryon Johnson, $2 or $3. Next year, he's going to cost me $7 or $8. The year after that, 12, 13, something along those lines. So the rookies are not going to be free to keep next year. I think that might have been a misconception by a lot of people. Rookies will not be free to keep next year. You can keep them for 1 year, but they will not be free to keep. All right. Don't want anybody to misunderstand that. Okay. Next up is insurance stuff. Make sure you're here. About time for another one, boys. Woo! All right. We're talking insurance, okay? You have no idea how much I've stressed over this. It was so simple. It was so simple. But I think it's a good move going snake to auction. I believe it, okay? So all the kinks in the hose are getting ironed out right now. Okay, talking insurance. It's the same as it always has been, $5 per player. Okay, you've got 2 keepers. You pay $5 per player that you want to insure. All right. Now, that insurance covers injuries and suspensions. Okay. It covers those 2 things only. It doesn't cover any kind of depth chart change. Say your guy loses his starting spot, doesn't cover it. No Ricky Williams stuff where he wants to go off and smoke dope for a year, doesn't cover that. Okay. It covers injuries and suspensions. That's it. Okay. I am going to change it up just a little bit. All right. You, in the past, if you paid insurance, okay, you paid your money, you got your round back. So if I had a 9th round keeper, he goes down with an ACL, I get my 9th round pick back. All right. That's the way it's been since we started this process. Okay. Now that we're doing auction, it's a little bit different. You're going to get your money back that you paid for that keeper. All right. As an example, a guy that I'm pretty sure is going to pay for insurance. Derek has Kareem Hunt for $26. I'm pretty sure he's going to pay to try to insure him. If Kareem Hunt were to get injured, he gets that $26 back. All right. So that goes for every player on your team, every keeper that you've got on your team. You get the money back that you spent to keep them. All right. The extra thing that I'm going to add in this year, all right, because of the whole switch and everything like that, if a guy goes down, you have the option to also select another player from your team, your original team. Okay. I know I saw the guys, I saw the wheels churning on who to keep, and looking at the sheet, I've got the sheet. I know who was on your team. You can go back and pick a guy from your original roster. All right. So it's either or. You can either get your money back or select another keeper. All right. You can't have both, but you can do one or the other. All right. That is your investment. That is what you're insuring your guy to make sure that either one, you get your money back, or you get to select another guy. Okay. Now, if you choose to select another player from your team, you will lose, or it will cost you whatever their auction value is. Okay. For the year that they were kept. That's the reason I'm doing this. It all goes back to the contracts, guys. These guys are at a price because of the 3-year contract, the year they were kept. All right. So if you get your money back, that's because that's the first year they were kept. That's what they cost. If you choose to get another guy off your team, same scenario. You're keeping them, but you're going to pay what the first year of keeper eligibility, okay, that's whatever they cost, that's what you're going to pay. All right. So scenario is Ertz for me. Okay. Ertz goes down. He cost me $2. I can either get my $2 back, or I can go back to the board. I can go back to my team and select another guy and pay that price instead. All right. Those are your two options. Okay. Now, the claim process is you're watching preseason football, which hopefully you are, just to do your homework. Your guy goes down. It's a sad sight. You're crying, boo-hoo. You chug a beer, take a shot, drown your sorrows. You call up commish, say, hey, man, look, I just saw my man go down. It looks bad. He looks like, the status is he's going to be out for, at least 3, 4, 5 weeks, maybe the year. I'm going to go ahead and claim my insurance on him. All right. At that point, you will get to choose one of those two options. Okay. I need to know when you want to claim it. All right. There might be a scenario where, hey, I got a good keeper. He's only out for the first 2 weeks. I might want to still stick with him. Okay. But that $5 you pay gives you the option. Okay. It gives you the option. It's a great investment. I've seen it used before. It's a great, and that money, all right, that accumulative money that everybody pays in for insurance, okay, will go for rivalry week. All right. Rivalry week is week 13. It's the first week of a $100 payout. Now, instead of putting it towards the champion or championship, I'm going to take that money and I'm going to put it in week 13. All right. So how much ever insurance money we accumulate, it will go to week 13. Everybody's got a chance at it. Highest scoring team that week will win the $100 for the week that's allotted, and the insurance money. Okay, so you're looking at possible, if everybody buys insurance on both players, you're looking at $240 for week 13. Okay, now it might not be that high, but it'll still be more than $100. I'm pretty sure. So just have that in mind. But the claim process, make sure you call me as soon as your guy goes down, as soon as you see it, hit me up, let me know. That way we can get it taken care of, and I can announce it to the league. That way that everybody knows what you're doing. Okay, so that is insurance policy 2018. Woo. All right. Talking about draft day trading. Okay. Last year, guys, honestly, last year's draft was probably the most hype that it's ever been until this year. I feel like this year's going to knock it out of the water. But last year, with the money flying and the people trading draft picks beforehand, even during, I thought it was amazing. Okay. I thought it added another element, another strategy to the game that it is. So I loved it, and we're going to bring it back this year. Now, it's going to be a little bit different. Obviously, there's money involved, monopoly money, but it's involved. And there's a possibility that it won't happen at all. And that's going to be 100% on you or everybody in the league to if you want to do it, you can do it. That's fine. But, I want to make it possible. I want to make you aware of it. That way, one, you've got about 30 days from now to figure out a scenario where you could do it, and to try to figure out, in your own mind how it would work. So, like I said, possibly won't have them anyway. You can trade players for more auction dollars, or you can trade money for a player. All right. Like this league is wide open, guys. You know that. All right. And if you have a question on what you can and can't do, I'd love for you to ask me, because there's always something new that pops up. All right. But this year at the draft, during the draft, Okay, you're going to be able to trade players for more auction dollars. All right, or you can trade some of your auction dollars for a player. Now, there's going to be periods of time for you to do that. Now, the way auction works, guys, it's one player after another going on the auction block. It's boom, 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 boom. All right, one guy gets bidded on, guy, boom, guy wins. That that player's done. We type it in the computer. Next guy, hey, what's the next nomination? All right, it's going so fast. There's not time to say, hey, I'll trade you this. No, we're not having that. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 trade windows, which I call timeouts. They're going to be one timeouts for everybody to kind of reset themselves, get your money right. Hey, I need this, this, this. How much money do I have left? What can I spend here? What can I do that? So 3 timeouts. And also, you know what I'm saying? We go get some fried chicken or grill, whatever dad's cooking that weekend. All right, there's three windows for eating too. Don't get confused. So there's going to be 3 trade windows, about 10 minutes apiece. It's going to be after the 42nd player is taken, after the 84th player is taken, and after the 126th player is taken. Now, it breaks it up into increments of 4, but the last one doesn't matter. It's the last one. So after the 42nd player, timeout. Everybody, hey, reset yourselves, get adjusted. How much money do you got left? All that good stuff. That's after the 42nd player. If you want to grab a bite to eat, make you another drink, grab you a beer, whatever you need to do. All right, do it. But you got about 10 minutes or so to get that done. All right, then we go back to drafting. Okay, after the 84th player is taken, we're going to stop again, eat, drink, be merry. Okay, then go back to drafting. Then there's one more pause at the end. 126th player taken. Me blowing up, as always. 126 player taken. We're going to have another timeout. Drinks. I say drinks every time because I'm going to probably get another drink. And make sure my dad don't, because he needs to keep doing his job. But after that, there's going to be another timeout. So there's 3 total timeouts throughout the entire draft. All right. Now, during that 10 minutes, if you're not making another drink like me, you can go talk to other owners. Okay. I'm going to give you a scenario. Say I take anybody takes Gronk. Say somebody takes Gronkowski. After the 42nd player's taken, they're looking at their team. They're like, man, I kind of overspent for Gronk. Or, man, I could really use that money back to go hook up my wide receivers. So you can go talk to other owners during that 10 minutes and say, hey, man, look, I got Gronk. I'm willing to trade him. If you'd like to give me some money for him, I'll give you Gronk. All right. That needs to be told to me, obviously. All right. But draft day trading is going to be done that way. Okay. Same scenario. This is going to happen. Some of you guys are going to probably be a little timid, and you're going to be like, oh, snap, all this stuff going on. Boom, boom, boom. Guys are leaving me left and right, left and right. You get to the 42nd player taken, you're looking at your team, and you're like, holy crap. I don't have anybody, or I've only got this guy. So you can take at the timeouts, say, hey, I still got a bunch of money left, man. Greg Olson, I saw you pick him up a minute ago. I'll be willing to give you some auction dollars for him right now. All right, that way I got a tight end on my squad. That helps me out, gives you some money back. You can still go get your tight end and fill out the rest of your roster. Blah blah blah. Okay, so couple scenarios for you right there. But there's going to be 3 trade windows, and you can trade players for more money or money for a player. All right, those are the 2 stipulations. Okay, and then afterwards, man, honestly, after the draft's over, we're probably gonna be all like I will be, after I've taken all 3 timeouts to chug beers. There's gonna be, obviously some trade talks going on after the draft, but as far as during the draft, okay, during the draft, those are your options. You got 3 trade windows. Money for players, players for money. I gave you a scenario, so if you need to backtrack and see that again, go right ahead. Okay. All right, guys, this is the spreadsheet auction draft tutorial. Want you guys to kind of check this out. That way you have an idea of, one, what the board's going to look like, and two, how it kind of all works together to keep up with your max bid amount. All right. Very, very color coded. It's kind of a trend for us. Normally the draft board looks a lot more unorganized than that because it's just a snake draft. But what we've got here is you still got your color coded positions, but that's mainly for your bench. Okay. What we've got up here, you've got before keepers money. All right, this is your money right here. Um, that is what you had, through trading, uh, free agent, auction, budget, rollover, uh, and trades from last year. Okay, so all that plays into the account, into those numbers. Down here in green, all right, that shows your total money. All right, this is after your keepers have gone through. All right, you look down here, you got all your keepers, and they're color coordinated for what you have. So you got total money. That's how much you actually have in your accounts, the green tab. All right, and I'll probably make it a little bit bigger come draft day. All right, underneath here you've got bench spots, which is going to be very important to know. You need to make sure that you're always aware of how many bench spots you have. Okay, that's part of the whole formula for how it keeps up with max bid amount. All right, but it's nice to know how many roster spots you still have to fill. So with your rookie and your two keepers, everybody has 12 roster spots to fill. Okay, which equals 168 players total. So we're going to all fill those up using the money that we have. And remember, you cannot spend more than you have. You have to have $1 for every roster spot left. So if you go through and look, all right, 203 minus 12 is 191. Okay, plus 1. All right, contingent upon you winning that bid, that is going to be your max bid amount. If you win with that amount, it will drop down, okay, to one less roster spot, which will also take away the dollar that you went over. All right, hopefully you understand that. So just going to go through a little bit of a scenario for you. We'll go to Ben right here in the middle, just so everybody can see. All right, we're going to say that Ben gets Tom Brady, and he gets him for $10. All right. Now, when I plug that in, this is going to be your job on draft day, so make sure you pay attention. Your job is going to come up to the board or come up to the computer, type in the player that you got, how much he costs right there on the board. Okay. Notice that as soon as I plugged it in, it subtracted a roster spot. All right. Go down here, Ben, quarterback, and how much did you pay for him? $10. Okay. Now if you go up here, it subtracted all that money. He had 209 to start with. Okay, you take away the $10, that would be 199. You take away a roster spot, all right, and add 1 to it. So you've got 210 total, 11 roster spots, minus 11, 199, plus 1, okay, contingent upon you winning that bid, that next bid, okay. Next one comes out, and he wants Lamar Miller. So we put L Miller for, let's say he gets him for $25. Okay. As soon as I hit enter, roster spot goes down. Okay. Max bid goes up for the time being until I go down here. Okay. You have to plug it in down here. So he gets him for 25. Hit enter, and now the money is adjusted. Okay. So say he wants to go after a tight end. All right. We'll say Olsen, and he gets him for $12. Scroll down. All right, hit enter. Scroll down. Tight end, $12. Hit enter, and it subtracts the money. Okay, so what it's going to do is in the red, it's going to show you your max bid amount at all times. All right, as soon as you win a bid on a player, you will go in or go up to the computer, type in what I just did, your player up here. You'll type in your amount that you paid on this sheet. Okay, it'll also keep up with it for you down here, but that's not important. All right, and then it'll reflect it right here. So the main thing I want for everybody to know and to understand is that you're going to be able to see everybody's max bid amount. And you're also going to see what their roster is looking like. All right, I think that's going to help a lot of us kind of clear us up and not be so much confusion on draft day as far as who can bid what, who can overbid. I've already told you about the penalties for overbidding, so make sure that you're paying attention. But these numbers right here are very key. All right, this is not the order either. All right, we have not decided the draft order. That will be determined on draft weekend. But all it is a simple cut and paste to get the formulas will stay and the numbers will move. It was very simple to change. I've already practiced with that. So just an example of how it's going to work on draft day. This will be up on the projector screen on the wall. Everybody will be able to see it. All right, try to get as big as you can. That way, everybody can see it from every angle in that room. So, just a little idea of how it goes, and I just thought this was a pretty cool app, a way to do it to show you guys. All right, so make sure you pay attention. If you got any questions, please text me. All right, please contact me, and I can help you out any way I can. All right.